Kia ora, I'm Jo, Kiwibank Economist. So Kiwibank electronic cards data shows that consumer spending was weak over the March quarter, dropping 9%. Now spend over the first quarter of the year is typically soft given that it follows the holiday period, but this time around spend was especially weak. And one reason for this is that it might be payback for the big spend up we saw last year during the December quarter when Auckland came out of its Delta lockdown. Now another culprit for the weak spend levels is of course Omicron outbreak, but the blow to spending wasn't as bad as we'd seen during previous outbreaks. And the main reason for this is that the move into the red traffic light settings came with far more lenient restrictions, which ultimately allowed for a greater range of economic activity to take place. But again, retail, hospitality, and entertainment continues to be disproportionately impacted. It comes as no surprise that these high-contact services are highly vulnerable to changes in restrictions. Now, one interesting development over the March quarter was the massive 80% lift in flight bookings. As we know, there's a lot of pent-up demand to leave New Zealand. We've had 2 years of a closed border, which has kept many families apart, stalled any plans of an OE, and hit pause on many overseas careers. But now, the decision to leave has been made easier, knowing that they can return home without the need to enter managed isolation. And we currently expect a net outflow of around 20,000 people by the end of this year. So the removal of MIQ that was announced in March may explain the sudden surge in flight bookings. Now, looking beyond the March quarter, household consumption faces several headwinds. There's rising prices, rising interest rates, and a housing market in full retreat. And all of this squeezes discretionary incomes. Now, household consumption has been a key source of economic momentum since the recovery took shape. And what that means is weak consumption points to weaker growth. Now, that's it from me this week. Talk to you in the next one.